You filed an extension, so why is the IRS still charging you? Here's why. Whether you're an individual or a business and you did not file that tax return yet, I hope you were able to get an extension to file that return. If so, the extension does not give you more time to pay if you owe taxes. The extension just simply gives you more time to retrieve those receipts or documents that you would need in order to file that return, especially if you're a business. If you're a business and you filed an extension, you're going to want to pay close attention to what I'm about to say, because the time that you have is far less than the time that the IRS would give an individual to get that tax return in. So if you're an individual that filed an extension for their return, you would most likely get this form that you have filled out. Maybe you filled it out, or maybe your tax preparer filled it out. It's called Form 4868, and it's real easy to get the form. Again, your tax preparer would have done this for you. You can just go to the IRS site and type in form, or if you don't know the form, then you can type in tax extension, and they should bring up the different type of extensions that's here. So they have one for individuals and one for businesses. So the individual would be, again, Form 4868. Now, this form right here, this is what your tax preparer would have filed on your behalf. They probably electronically filed it, or you can have the option of manually sending it in. But this is based on you trying to get an extension for you to file that return. So if you see the form has the year 2025, it won't have the year 2026 on it because we're in that current year, 2026. It's always a year behind. So we're filing 2025 tax returns. So most likely when you see the forms, it's for the year that you're filing. So you're asking for an extension for that 2025 tax year. And it seems pretty simple. They just fill out your information and then they answer the questions in part 1 and part 2, and then there is some instructions on the IRS site of where to file the form, and different things have you late penalties, late filing penalties, and so on. This form normally would give you about a 6-month extension. Now, it probably varies state to state, so I would say that this form normally gives you about a 6-month extension, and then these are the different ways that you can file the return, and these are the different ways that you can request an automatic extension with this section right here, section 1, 2, and 3 that they have here right above the e-file information here. 6 months from the April 15 deadline for individuals normally falls around October 15th. I know there is different states that have different filing deadlines, so please check your state. You can go on the IRS site, IRS.gov, and check your specific state and what the deadlines are for that state that you currently reside. Now, for businesses, this is the form 7004 that your tax preparer or whoever is going to do your tax return, they would have sent this form in on your behalf or the business's behalf. And the reason why I said you have to pay close attention, because the individual's tax deadline to file their return is October 15th, around there. Yours is sped up a month. So your filing tax deadline is March 16th, I believe, of 2026, which gives it 6 months from that date, not the April 15th date. And 6 months from that date is September 15th or 16th. So that's why I said you have to pay close attention, because a lot of business owners, they're thinking that, oh, I have until October 15th. That's only for the individual. Your business tax return in is September 15th of 2026 for the 2025 business tax return to be filed. These dates are really, really important because you have to make sure that you have those tax returns in before the dates arrive. Now, the IRS is already assessing penalties and interest failure to pay, and they do this because if you owe taxes, they didn't receive the tax that was owed by the due date, which is for individuals April 15th, for the businesses is March 15th or 16th. So they will assess penalties and interest. Is it right? I mean, that's the way the law is. The IRS will assess penalties and interest. Now, one way you can avoid this is to pay estimated payments throughout the year. So then when you do your tax return, and sometimes the tax preparer will give you a form that says estimated tax payments, you'll just take that form and submit your payment as much as you can can afford at the time, submit the payment, and then try to make reoccurring payments through the year so that when you do get your tax liability, it will be less than the amount that the IRS says that you owe. I know it may not be fun to pay the IRS, but if you do owe a tax penalty or interest, or if you can't pay that tax liability at that time, just try to minimize your tax liability throughout the year so you can pay the least amount of taxes possible. If this video has helped you, please like, subscribe, hit the notification button. And as always, you're keeping incredible service simple with Steph. Thanks for watching. Be blessed.